Morning everybody, how are you today? Another glorious day, at least it's no snowing. That's the optimistic side. So day 24 of my property, my property journey. I never did my property journey in 24 days to be honest. But this is property number 22. It actually isn't it? I've actually had more properties than the 22 so far. I just realised that I actually bought some in between there, maybe 3 or 4, and the returns were so good that I actually just flipped them, within a couple of years. So I bought them, refurbed them, and I was getting a really good return, and it made absolute sense to sell it, to get the return and get the money back in and put a deposit down on another house and then buy that, because that made more sense. So it's about managing your portfolio as well as and making sure the cash is working for you right, and it's making the right returns. I think that's what's important to me. But this one in particular, actually, this was at the time where I actually used to run an advert in the newspapers, houses and flats for cash. I picked that wee nugget up. A lot of people do it now. You know, they've got it on the internet. They try to say, we'll buy your house at any price. We've got cash waiting. Well, to be honest, it's maybe not as honest as you think. But my tagline for today is actually honesty is the best policy. And that's what I always did. So when I did houses and flats for cash, I used to get a lot of people phoning up and saying, you know, I've got a property. Oh, this is one I missed. I've got a property, a 3-bedroom in South Street in St Andrews. This was 20 years ago though, but think about this. I'm wanting 130,000 for it. These are worth 400,000 today. So I really missed that opportunity. But my level of thinking was back at the 50 and 60,000, and maybe even the 30 or 20 at that time. So I really did miss that opportunity. But hey ho, I got loads of other opportunities available. And I did say to them, look, to be honest, it's out of my reach. It doesn't fit my criteria. And I used to say to everybody, what I recommend you do, because I wasn't an estate agent at that time, what I recommend you do is get in touch with so-and-so, because I know they'll get the best price for you. So I used to refer them to the people I knew who were actually really good estate agents in order to get the best price for them. So I was quite honest and upfront and say to people in every single occasion that you do realise you can get more money for your property if you go through an estate agent and they can sell it for you, and you'll probably get this amount of money. So I was really upfront about people when I spoke to them about the houses and flats for cash. But this one in particular, this was, I suppose honesty is the best policy, and this is how it came round, and it came good for me. I bought a 1-bedroom flat, and she came along. Good morning, Louise. They came along to me from the houses and flats for cash in the advert and says, look, we've got a property. It's been passed on to us through an estate. And we just want to get rid of it, but there's too much work to do to it. So I says, okay, I'll pop round. The numbers makes, what are you wanting for it? So I always ask what you want for it first, and what is it, and where is it? There's no point in me going round having a look at it and realise it never fitted my criteria in the first place. So what are you wanting for it? So I'm wanting this amount. Okay, great stuff. That makes sense for my numbers, because I was always a numbers game. How much rent I'm getting, how much it's costing me to finance, what the overheads I think will be variable, and then I'd work out what's the price I should pay for a property at the very maximum to get that return I'm after, which is the cash every month and the return on actual money in the property. So that's what I always looked at, and then I would go round, so I wouldn't waste my time. So I went round and I had a look at it. Really, to be honest, it was just a shell. There was everything needing done to it. Needing rewiring, needing new kitchen, needing double glazing. There was a bit of damp as well coming from guttering. Probably needing a bit of new flooring. The walls in the lounge. The lounge was actually quite small, but the walls had Artex on them, and it was solid. And they had a couple of cracks, and that worried me a bit. But I wasn't too worried, because I know what structural is and what isn't. So they had a couple of cracks, and so I bought it eventually. But the key is here, I actually said to them, what you want for it? And they said, I'm wanting this amount. I went, okay, that sounds reasonable. And they went, oh, well, wait a minute. And they actually started to reduce the price. I went, but I've just agreed at that price. No, we'll give you £1,000 off because the heating's not that great. I'm agreeing at the higher price. I'm happy to pay that. No, it's all right. We'll give you £1,000 off for that. Okay, great stuff. That's fine. Okay, we've got a deal. well, I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll pay your legal fees. No, 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 you don't need to pay our legal fees, I'm fine with that. We're more than happy, just do the deal. Okay, that's fine. So I bought that property, and I've still got it today actually, and I've had it since, I think it's 2004. So I've had it about 16 years, and I still have that property today. But at that time, the interest on the mortgage was 6.7%, and the refurbishment was 12,000. So I spent that as well, and a total of, at that time it was 26,000 it was in. And what I did though, is I then released that all, because once I'd refurbished it, and I got the right provider for the mortgage the next time round, within, I think it was a couple of years later, I was able to bring all that money back out. So I've actually got no money in that property in the beginning, and it's been financed by the bank effectively. So it's an infinite return again. My mortgage today is, listen to this, a base plus 1.49 tracker for life. So my mortgage every month today is 45 quid, and I rent it for 350. Makes absolute sense to me. So clear cash. And criteria to just now should be clear 300 cash at least every month after your mortgage is paid. And the next one is make sure you put 30% overheads aside for your top line income. So probably that's my lesson for today. Honesty is the best policy. That's it. It'll never come back to haunt you then. One of my friends actually approached me and did the same thing. Look, we've got my dad's flat, obviously he's passed away, I want to sell it to you. And they gave me a figure, and I said, okay, that makes sense, but I'm not going to buy it. You'd get more money going through the estate agent. And said, no, we'll sell it to you. I went, no, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Genuinely put it through the estate agent. And they got 3,000 more. So I'm more than happy, but they always remember that today, what I did for them. I could have taken advantage, but I would never do that, because it always comes back to haunt you at some point in time in the future. My lesson for today, be as honest as possible. It is the best policy for everything. Okay, see you tomorrow at 7:30. Bye.